A man wanted to determine if both his wife and mistress were faithful to him, so he decided to send them on the same cruise, then later question each one on the other's behavior. When his wife returned, he asked her about the people on the trip in general, then casually asked her about the specific behavior of the passenger he knew to be his mistress. She slept with nearly every man on that ship, his wife reported. The disheartened man then met with his cheating mistress to ask her the same question about his wife. She was a real lady, his mistress said. How so? The encouraged man asked. She came on board with her husband and never left his side. One couple are on their way to Vegas to get married. Before getting there, the girl says to the guy that she has a confession to make. The reason that they have not been too intimate is because she's very flat-chested. If he wishes to cancel the wedding, it's okay with her. The guy thinks about it for a while and says he does not mind, that she's flat and is not the most important thing in a marriage. Several miles down the road, the guy turns to the girl and says that he also wants to make a confession. He says that below his waist, he's just like a baby. If the girl wants to cancel the marriage, it's okay with him. The girl thinks about it for a while and says that she does not mind, and that she also believes there are other things far more important than in a marriage. They are happy that they are honest with each other and go on to Vegas and get married. On their wedding night, the girl takes off her clothes. She is as flat as a washboard. Finally, the guy takes off his clothes. One glance at the guy's naked body and the girl faints and falls to the floor. After she regains consciousness, the guy says, "I told you before we get married. Why did you still faint?" The girl says, "You told me it was just like a baby." The guy replies, "Yes, 8 pounds and 21 inches. Sadie's husband, Jake, has been slipping in and out of coma for several months. Yet his faithful wife stays by his bedside day and night. One night, Jake comes to and motions for her wife to come closer. He says, "My Sadie, you have been with me through all the bad times. When I got fired, you were there to support me. When my business failed, you were there. When I got shot, you were by my side. When we lost the house, you gave me support. When my health started failing, you were still by my side." "You know what, Sadie?" "What, dear?" she asked gently. "I think you're the bad luck." There was a married couple who were in a terrible accident. The woman's face was burned severely. The doctor told the husband they couldn't graft any skin from her body because she was so skinny. The husband then donated some of his skin. However, the only place suitable to the doctor was from his buttocks. The husband requested that no one be told of this, because after all, this was a very delicate matter. After the surgery was completed, everyone was astonished at the woman's new beauty. She looked more beautiful than she ever did before. All her friends and relatives just raved about her youthful beauty. She was alone with her husband one day and she wanted to thank him for what he had done. "Dear, I just want to thank you for everything you did for me. There is no way I could ever repay you." He replied, "Oh, don't worry, honey. I get plenty of thanks every time your mother comes over and kisses you on your cheeks." A man was walking in the street when he heard a voice. "Stop, stand still. If you take one more step, a brick will fall down on your head and will paralyze you." The man stopped and a big brick fell right in front of him. The man was astonished. He went on and after a while he was going across a road. Once again the voice shouted, "Stop! Stand still! If you take one more step, a car will run over you and you will go to the hospital." The man did as he was instructed just as a car came careening around the corner, barely missing him. "Where are you?" the man asked. "Who are you?" "I am your guardian angel," the voice answered. "Oh yeah?" the man asked. "And where were you when I got married?" A young man excitedly tells his mother he has fallen in love and is going to get married. He says, "Just for fun, Ma, I'm going to bring over 3 women and you try and guess which one I'm going to marry." The mother agrees. The next day he brings 3 beautiful women into the house and sits them down on the couch. And they chat for a while. He then says, "Okay, Ma, guess which one I'm going to marry." She immediately replies, "The redhead in the middle." Stunned, the young man says, "That's amazing, Ma. You're right." "How did you know?" "I don't like her," she says. A young couple were invited to a swanky-masked Halloween party. The wife came down with a terrible headache and told her husband to go to the party and have a good time. Being the devoted husband, he protested, but she argued and said she was going to take some aspirin and go to bed. She told him there was no need for him to miss the fun. So he took his costume and away he went. The wife, after sleeping soundly for 1 hour, awakened without pain. And as it was still early, she decided to go to the party. Because the husband did not know what her costume was, she thought she would have some kicks watching her husband to see how he acted when she was not around. She joined the party and soon spotted her husband walking around on the dance floor. He was dancing with every chick he could. His wife sidled up to him, and being a rather seductive babe herself, he left his partner high and dry and devoted his time to the new action. She let him go as far as he wished, naturally, since he was her husband. Finally, he whispered a little proposition in her ear and she agreed. So off they went to one of the cars and had a little bang. Just before unmasking at midnight, she slipped out, went home, put the costume away and got into bed, wondering what kind of explanation he would have for his behavior. She was sitting up reading when he came in, and she asked him what he had done. He said, "Oh, the same old thing. You know, I never have a good time when you're not there." Then she asked, "Did you dance much?" He replied, "I'll tell you, I never even danced one dance. When I got to the party, I met Pete, Bill, and some other guys. So we went into the den and played poker all evening. But I'll tell you, the guy I loaned my costume to sure had one hell of a time. A husband and wife are cooing over their newborn baby. Look at the size of his pants," says the man. "It's massive." "Yes, dear," says the woman, "but at least he has got your ears."